Today I'm reflecting on what makes a good forecast, and I think the answer to that is it really depends. What's the forecast for? Who's the intended audience? And therefore, what level of detail is required? If we think about operationalising a budget for performance management purposes, for example, that's likely to be very different from a long-range plan, which is more focused on strategic direction and the overall shape of the financials. Or, for example, sharing with potential investors as part of a fundraising exercise. In finance, sometimes we can be too focused on accuracy and the predictability of planning cycles. But actually, good forecasting isn't so much about accuracy. It's more important that it's comprehensive and flexible enough to inform decisions and drive outcomes. Make sure also that you have an effective feedback loop, because inevitably we will get things wrong. Often we try to use one forecasting approach for too many purposes, and I think it's important that we keep coming back to that. What's the purpose? Who is it for? And what level of detail is required? If we pick up on a couple of the examples that I mentioned, a budget, for example, one of the main purposes may be to set minimum delivery targets. It's really important that we work hand in hand with business stakeholders to drive accountability. And it's likely that that will be needed at quite a granular level for clear ownership for individual budget holders at cost centre level. For a long-range plan, perhaps there we want to separate that from the budget politics and focus rather on a manageable number of variables, both financial and non-financial, and having a clear logic. Adapt your processes to the purpose of your forecasts to add value.